Hello there, beautiful souls. Thank you for tuning in. I thought I'd do this really quick video, and the reason that I'm like dressed in this outfit, I've just come back from doing a performance for Diwali, and it kind of like made me reflect on a few things. And obviously Diwali is about the victory over sort of evil and negativity. It's like, the light shining brightly. And so it was making me think actually about the times in my life and the journeys in my life where I've gone through like really dark periods, and then the light has come through, like after you've learned what it is that you need to learn about that darkness. So we can have lots of dark periods, and we can have a really, really dark period. And in some of my other videos, I've talked about like the dark night of the soul. But that's, obviously when you're sort of like going through the depths and depths and depths of darkness. But today I don't want to talk about the darkness, because what it is like finding the light. I want to talk about the light. And so when we have learned what it is that we needed to learn, then we're growing in the light. And sometimes, the light doesn't just come in one go. So sometimes the light can actually be switched on and come bit by bit. And so, like, for example, if you have a tea lights or candles, so when you're coming out of the darkness, if you light one tea candle, and then you might take a few steps forward, you might light another 3 candles, take a few steps forward, you might light 10 candles. So what I'm trying to say here is, as we're going on our journey, coming out of the darkness and towards the light, and as the light is growing brighter and brighter, so that's how, like if more and more candles are being lit, then obviously the light is growing. So then you're beginning to leave the darkness behind you, and you're just growing more and more into the light. And it's quite a reflective time coming into the light, and it can be quite dazzling. Obviously light is dazzling, and if you're coming out of the darkness into the light, it can feel quite overwhelming actually. And you have to learn certain things. It's like a rehabilitation, where you have to learn certain things to be in the light again, to be with certain people again, to be in certain situations again. Because, if you have been out of the realm of people and situations, it might not be so easy. And so that is what can be quite overwhelming. And so it's taking a step at a time, and little steps, like they say, easy does it, step by step, taking little steps, continuing to move forward, taking those little steps, and then you're being exposed more and more into the light. And when you're being exposed more and more into the light, can make you quite reflective about the journey you've been coming out of, out of the darkness, and what that was like. And what you're reflecting about is all the things that you have learned, because it's a huge learning, when you're in the darkness, because darkness is a great teacher. And then you're while you're there, you have learnt so much, and then coming into the light, you're reflecting about all the things that you have learned and the wisdom that you have gained. And so, it's a wonderful experience to be in the light. It's beautiful, It's like a homecoming. So you're coming home to yourself. It's almost like you're coming back to yourself, but in a different way. You're still the same person in many ways, but in a way you're not, because what you've done is you've left behind the parts that are no longer relevant, are no longer needed. And so you've moved, more and more into yourself, more and more into who you truly are. And although you're moving into the light, you also actually feel your whole vibration will feel a lot lighter. So that heaviness, that dense feeling, it kind of like it's disappeared, it's gone. So you're actually feeling a lot lighter. So I hope this video, what I've been talking about, I hope, some of you who are listening, watching, it resonates with you. I hope it makes some sense, maybe about a journey that, you have been on and, coming into the light. And if you've had that experience, it would be lovely to hear from you. So please, 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 in the comments, share your experience with us. Tell us what, coming out of the darkness and into the light was like for you. And that journey, that transformation, what it was like for you, and how you're feeling now. And maybe, some of your comments, people can learn from that, from what you have to share about your comments, and maybe we can all learn, from your comments, because we all experience things, differently. We all have our journey, and we all learn from one another. Everybody has something to teach, each other. So please, 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 please do share something with us in the comments box about your journey, and how it felt for you and what you found, so amazing. Like for me, it was the dazzling of the light, as I was coming out. It was like seeing daylight again, like when you suddenly have been sort of like maybe in a cave-like feeling existence, and suddenly you come out and you see daylight and you think, wow, oh wow, daylight, this feels wonderful, Yeah, so thank you for listening, and thank you for watching, and I will be back soon, and have a beautiful, light, bright day, and hopefully I'll be back soon with another video for you. Love and light. Take care.